Our goal at PlayStation is pretty simple, to surprise and amaze you, and we're just getting started. So I'm gonna leave you guys with one last game that surprised and amazed me. Please enjoy.
As soon as Hello Games showed the public No Man's Sky during Sony's 2014 E3 press conference, the hype started to build, and for good reason. What was shown, paired with the way the game was being described, it seemed like the type of game that nobody even thought was possible.
We've created a procedural universe. It's infinite, and it's one that everyone can share. We're going to start every player on a different planet, so no two people will have the same experience. This universe that we've created, it's so vast, it's so boundless, it's actually infinite, and we don't even know what's out there. When the game releases, every player who picks up a pad and plays is going to help us discover a little bit more. And I can't wait.
All these big promises, all this great looking gameplay. There were many gamers that believed Sean's promises that came with No Man's Sky. But we all know what happened when the game was released. So what is the point of this video? Everybody already knows how bad of a reputation No Man's Sky has had, and a lot of people seem to have the viewpoint that they were lied to and that there's not really anything that can be done to make that right. Hello Games has released some significant updates for No Man's Sky since the release, and I haven't played the game since before all of those updates were even released. I've been kind of holding my breath, waiting to see if it gets to a sort of turning point. Just kind of waiting while they add more and more content, just to see if it ever gets to the point that it was supposed to be at. To see if it comes close to becoming the game that a lot of people thought it was going to be. Well, from everything that I've heard, it sounds like this might actually be happening right now, with version 1.3 of No Man's Sky. In past updates, they've added farming, space freighters, land vehicles, base building, some tweaks and improvements for the world generation, and that's just what I can think of off the top of my head right now. This footage that I'm showing is from the new 1.3 update video that Hello Games posted. They now have terrain manipulation, graphical improvements, 30 more hours of campaign to play through, the sort of not multiplayer that everybody thought it would have at launch, and low altitude flight. All these things that they've added to the game, and many more that I'm not mentioning here. When I first bought No Man's Sky, I didn't do much reading into it. The only thing that I really knew about it was just the few things that I saw in the trailer that I had seen. I do this with a lot of games because I find that a lot of times it makes me enjoy them more. If I read up all the details and every last thing that you're able to do in a game before it comes out, once I get the game, nothing is really much of a surprise. So I really wanted to dive into No Man's Sky with completely fresh eyes, without really any specific expectations of what I would get out of it. Which is why, as some of you might recall, when I released an opinion video for No Man's Sky last year, I didn't really have much of anything negative to say about it. After reading about all the promises and the gameplay details, I realized that a lot of the hate was well deserved. But Sean Murray and Hello Games have stuck with No Man's Sky. They've worked through all of the hate, all of the negative reviews, and they kept putting out free content to make their game better. I'd have to say that's worth something, and we'll probably never know what really went on. Why exactly No Man's Sky was advertised the way it was. Was Sony pushing Sean Murray and Hello Games to hype this up more than it needed to be? Or was this all Sean Murray's fault like a lot of people like to think online? The truth is, I don't know. Few people probably do. A lot of people will pretend like they know and act like they know everything, but we know that that's not the case. What I do know is I'm ready to jump into some No Man's Sky and see how it turned out. The fans on the subreddit are celebrating, the recent Steam reviews have changed to mostly positive, and PS4 sales of the game have increased by 6,000% on Amazon. No Man's Sky might be making one of, if not the biggest comeback in gaming history here, and I'm gonna go check it out. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna go explore the universe.